It was a cool 55-degree morning. The crisp air and nerves began to give me the chills. Over 10 years of training, racing, and running thousands of miles, I was ready for this race, to give all I have, to let out my free spirit and hold nothing back.
And off go the elite women.
We took off like a bolt of lightning. Hands clapped, cowbells rang, and people yelled, and it all combined into a sound wave that seemed electric as it pulsed through my veins and gave me a surge of energy.
And so it starts off pretty conservatively, and it takes a while sometimes for them to find the rhythm that they want to actually run the race at.
The first time I met Joanna, I remember thinking she was really, really tall. She had really long legs. And because of this, some of us on the team nicknamed her Gazelle. Because whenever she ran, she had really long strides, and I had to take multiple steps to be able to keep up with her. I know that every day during practice, she was going to push me to do my best. She really loves running. She is very hardworking. She always does her best and is not afraid to challenge herself to run better. She would do the runs that not everybody wants to do. For example, the 2-mile for our track event. She always ran a 2-mile. There was one time we were doing it. We had a meet and she was not there that day. The team felt a little empty without her because there's a spot that is Joanna's spot. Through our practice together, through some of these painful times, we definitely bonded through that. She always got up early and went out and did her runs. She's doing it because running brings her joy and more meaning in her life as well. So I know that when she runs the Chicago Marathon, she's going to do an excellent job.
But I really gained an interest in running when I was around 13 years old. I used to go walking with my dad up this hill by our house. And then one day he said, why don't you go run to the light post and come back? So I did that, and then the next time he said, well, why don't you go 2 light posts and then come back? And so he just kind of pushed me to go further. And I really enjoyed it, just being out there and running. And I just felt that it was something that I'd be passionate about.
It's formed out very nicely, but just to give you an idea, the pace they're running, that's Joanna Reyes from San Francisco, who's a 2-hour and 50-minute marathoner who's behind in the white top with the red bar across her shoulders. So she's a 2-hour, 50-minute personal best marathoner running with people who have run in the 2:20s, which tells us that they're not really going after, they're not pushing the pedal yet.
But you always had that extra something that coaches look for. That's why I would constantly have you do things that when everybody else was done, I say, track star, let's go. Let's do it again. So you guys might have thought it was picking on you then, but it was picking on you because we saw something special. Circle. The thing that you brought more than anything was a lasting memory of what people are capable of. All of us used to kind of sit around and just say, hey, you know what, if we have to have a go-to person, it's going to be her. I wish there was more of you back then. There was not. Through all of this blood, sweat, and tears, enjoy it. Enjoy what you're doing to the best of your ability. A lot of the people out there, they say to be number one, you train as number 2, and number 1 doesn't mean necessarily beating number 1. Sometimes it just means beating your number 1.
With 2 years of Runner's World magazines, I decided to cut out a bunch of pictures and words and paste them all into a huge collage. This way, I could wake up each morning and be motivated and excited to get out and run. In marathon training, you are your own coach, and to achieve your goals, you must be disciplined and push yourself to keep going even when your body wants to quit.
And I remember Joanna running at the cross-country invitational, I think the first in San Francisco, and I remember thinking, you know, she runs really well. I never dreamed that she could be this good in a marathon. I think she had the steady speed about her that I could see her going for a much longer distance after the finish line in San Francisco.
But right now, nice and easy, packed together. Joanna from the U.S., who was on the far left of your screen in the previous shot, was second in the San Francisco Marathon. So I think she has, visiting with her over the weekend, has a lot of confidence and is really excited at the opportunity to run on the streets of Los Angeles this morning. She has that high and that confidence from running well in a big race, and wants to execute even better today.
In 2011, I tripped over a rock while I was running and fractured my ankle. I felt so sad that I was never going to be able to run again, and I would never make it to the Boston Marathon or even see how far my training would take me. But a part of me remained confident and determined. While watching the track and field championships, I pumped my arms back and forth and imagined myself running in the races for about an hour. I did this a few times a week until I was healed, which took 6 months. When I wasn't able to run, only then I realized how much running means to me.
Niece and nephew were running at Piedmont High School, and I would cheer for everybody. I cheer for all the people, especially Joanna, because I just realized that she had so much potential. Joanna had gotten sick when she was a sophomore, and it really took an impact on her in terms of where she was in terms of running, because you could just tell she was just getting ready to break out to where she is today. Joanna's potential was in her height, because you could just tell that when the other shorter runners would be running, they couldn't keep up with her because of her length of her legs. She's been able to grow into this elite athlete, and nobody saw it coming. I don't even think Joanna realized what she can do. Totally amazing, and I'm so proud of her.
The sense of running. Running, it seems so simple. One foot in front of the other. Mastering the enduring sport is a whole other level, but anyone can learn to enjoy it. Wherever your run takes you, inhale the cool, crisp breeze. Take a whiff of bristlecone and honeysuckle. Savor every sweet aroma. Hear small creatures rustling in the bushes. Harmonious melody filling the air. Trickling of a gentle stream. See the stillness of quiescent deer. Strokes of pink and orange painting the sky. Silhouette of the sun-kissed mountaintops. Let it awaken every cell of your body. Let it fill every breath in your lungs. Let it pump every beat of your heart. With joy, peace, and ultimate fullness of life. Running is meditation, replenishing the mind, spirit, and soul. Running is like water, an essential element of my being that I cannot live without.
To speak about Joanna Reyes, who is a smart, beautiful, educated, amazing woman who volunteered with us for 606 hours over 3 years in our gift shop and in our pharmacy, which helped her decide to go to pharmacy school. She sets goals and lives them.
I don't need to think twice about which one is the most quiet and unassuming of the group of students that I currently have. But I will say this, when the word came down that she was the fastest American woman in the LA Marathon, none of us had any idea. I honestly did not even know that she was a runner. In fact, I think most didn't unless they happened to be out and about at 7 o'clock in the morning when they see her running. It was one of my daughter's friends' mothers. I was chatting with her. She immediately gave a pinpoint description of Joanna Reyes and said, "Is that the student?" And I laughed. I said, "Yes." I said, How do you know her?" I said, "I don't know her name, but I see her running every morning, and she never looks like anything makes her get tired." That was, I think, the introduction for most of us. I don't know that a few months ago she would have even considered that the Olympics was something to be pursued by her. And I think she is disciplining herself to do the necessary things to be successful in pharmacy school. The enormous amount of work that we put on her here and the enormous amount of training that she has there, she has to have time to eat and sleep in between. And that's, I think she's going to accomplish the things that she sets her mind to.
Hey Joanna, we just wanted to say hi and good luck with your upcoming training and your races. We know that no matter what, you will succeed with the goals that you have set, and we hope for the best and know that one day we're going to see you in the Olympics as a United States marathon runner, and we can't wait for that moment. We have watched you follow your passions and dreams, and it's very exciting to see all of your accomplishments. You're a young woman with determination, commitment, patience, and lots of endurance.
This was it. With my eyes set on the finish line, I poured out my determination, perseverance, and grit. I dug deeper and my legs responded with one last surge. I let go of every ounce of energy and ran with heart the race that would become my breakthrough. The pain that I had felt was gone. My legs felt strong and my body free and full of energy and life, as if the race had just begun.
Okay, Fitz, I gotta tell you something. It lists Joanna Reyes' personal best at 2:50:58.
So she
just crushed it. She crushed it by almost 13 minutes. Absolutely incredible.
I blame Tracy Russell for bringing the great weather here.